Well, I believe that in Mexico in the last 10 years regarding women's rights has been some progress, but there is still too many things to do. We are still having many cases of violence against women in some regions of the country, and we don't see like clear actions from the different governments on this path. We still I still believe that we still need to keep working on on making laws and making education and being clear that is to stop this violence against women. And on the other side, I think in the last 10 years also, women have been able to grow from a professional perspective, but there is still some difference. There is a gap to fill. I believe that even if we have these opportunities to find better jobs and access to work for women, salaries in some occasions are not the same. Sometimes you arrive to the companies and the percentage of men working against women is still a huge difference in some companies, not on everyone. And of course it's a matter of education, right? Really, that we still need to change this model that women have to stay at home and the man as the provider. And I believe that also the government has established different laws to foster this women inclusion, but we still need to keep working and trying to really build these equal opportunities for everyone. My national female role model from the last 10 years, and I could say that is also my role model still today. Her name is Carmen Aristegui. She's a journalist, and I have been following her career for many years in different radio stations, TV stations, and she has always been fighting to have this freedom of expression, and she has always been really following the path of trying to be as subjective as possible to present the news to everyone, so we can build our point of view, our own point of view. And I really like her because of this, because she keeps fighting for women's rights, but also she tried to present things on an objective way, and she is a believer of the expression, the freedom of expression that I think is still missing in many countries, and of course in our country is still missing, because we still see these media that are giving the news just because they are in accordance with the government, but it's not the real news, right? Or presenting what is useful for the government, who is in power, not only now, but in the last 10 years. And she has always been on the other side. I mean, really presenting what is the news, what is really happening, not what the government is expecting her to communicate. And this has given us the opportunity to have real information and build our point of view of things, right? So that's why she's my role model. She has really been a successful woman, and she has always present a clear path on what she's trying to transmit to the rest of the Mexicans. I think that we are being a little bit slow in this moment. You have a government actually that only has 3 women as a minister of government, only 3. We don't see this government presenting options to keep fostering in a different way these women's rights. So I believe there is more women organizations fighting about this, to have these rights, fighting to have equal opportunities. Thanks to these organizations, this fight, and I won't say a fight, but this work, mostly because it's a war, we're not fighting against anyone. We are just trying to work and to work on having these equal opportunities. I believe that there is this organization that are doing a great job, but from a government perspective, I think we need to really take the stage and do things in a different way. And I don't see yet these things happening. Hopefully, I mean, we have this new government from just 1 year and some months, so hopefully it will come. But I think there is still work to do. We see more women at the university, in the cities, but outside the cities, in the country, there is still this lack of opportunities for women, and there is this lack of education still missing that we need to work if we want this country to grow, right, on equal opportunities for everyone. Would be criminalistic. I would say she keeps really fighting on the same direction. For me, it's a woman to follow, to really not being trying to do what the government is expecting, but trying to do what is really best for everyone, right? Of course, there is other women, probably less known, that I admire because they keep working from these organizations, trying to foster women inclusion, and of course, trying to build a better country for everyone, right? You have many women working on the country outside the big cities, working with these women to provide them health services, to provide them education services, right? Something that the government should be doing, and we don't see in all the country, right? We see it in some regions, but there are still many regions that they won't be having access to education, they won't be having access to work if it was not because of these women working in these organizations trying to provide this to them. So I am happy to know that there are there's a lot of women in Mexico really trying to build these equal opportunities for everyone. But as a role model, I will keep saying that Carmen is my role model nowadays. Well, I believe that, again, education is something we need to keep fostering, really to giving education to every woman in the country, so they can at least have a choice, right, to see I want to work or not, but I have the education, I have all what I need if I want to work. The problem is sometimes they don't have the skills because they are not having access to the education, but they do have abilities, right? So for me, in the next 10 years, we need to focus more on abilities. And abilities, so helping people grow, and also I believe that we should start growing in a direction of mixed teams, not only talking about women or men or older people or disabled people. We are just talking about humanity, because actually human rights, women rights, disabled rights, men rights are the same, are human rights. So we should start working on the same direction to allow every human being to have equal opportunities in everything, at education, at work, at health, right? Health services. I strongly believe that we and I hope to see my country and my government, my governors working on that direction, right? So we're building equal opportunities for everyone in the world. Well, I believe it will be a woman working on this direction, right? On this direction of, yes, there is still many things to do to have equal opportunities for women, so we need to keep working on that direction, but we need also to establish equal opportunities for older people, for disabled people, and ensuring that men keep having also equal opportunities, right? It's diversity, it's really leading on understanding that we are a diverse country, right? And starting from there, growing equal opportunities for everyone. So for me, the next 10 years, that my role model will be a woman presenting this option and working on this direction. And again, trying to keep working on filling the gaps for all these groups.